Hey squad, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, and on today's episode, I hope to shed some light on a topic not taught in EMT class and one that many EMS providers have been doing completely wrong for a long time, and that is radio and bedside reports. Let's dive in and get started. So with every patient contact and inevitable transport to the hospital, we as the incoming providers are required to not only relay information to the hospital via an incoming radio report, but also a transfer report to a higher level of care once at the hospital. These conversations we have can be very intimidating for new providers or even less experienced ones. No EMT classes teach you what to say, they just tell you you need to do them. Let's start with the incoming radio report. Everything we do, everything in EMS is a procedure. You may never notice it, but every cardiac call, every respiratory call, even every trauma call we do is exactly the same. Circumstances of the call might change, but the processes in treating the patient will always remain the same. You need to follow a process every time for your radio report. Many of you have even seen a little cheat sheet under your radio in your ambulance reminding you to give all the right details in your report, like age, sex, location, chief complaint, medical history, treatments, changes, ETA, and so on. However, I'm going to let you in on a huge hospital secret. All that information you give, they don't care about. Now let me prove it. Years ago, my wife at the time was a nurse in a busy city ER. I had just dropped off a patient and I'm watching her from across the ER. An ambulance called in and she answered the call. The EMT started his long-winded radio report. After literally 15 seconds, my wife walked away from the radio to a med room. And the EMT is literally still giving his radio report to empty air. The ER is too busy to care more than 15 to 20 seconds. She came back from the med room and simply said, "Okay, we'll see you when you get here." This story will always stick with me, as it showed me the reality that radio reports are used to place a patient in a room. That's it. The ER needs to know, should your patient have a telemetry bed, an isolation room, should they clear a trauma room, or even a CT scanner? So here's what I would say for a respiratory patient, for example. Hospital, this is EMS 123 inbound ALS with a 50-year-old male complaining of significant shortness of breath, approximately starting 1 hour ago. Currently on CPAP with no relief. State your current vital signs and mental status. Coming in for further evaluation, approximately 5 to 7 out. Do you require anything further? Give who you are, the age, sex, chief complaint, are there changes, vital signs, and ETA. This gives whomever is listening enough information to choose where to place this patient in the ER. And remember, that is all your report is for. Now, bedside reports are just this simple. These reports are just extended versions of your radio report. This is the place to give the details on when and how their chief complaint started, all of the treatments given and their outcomes, trending vital signs, hand over the med list, the medical history, the allergies, and all other pertinent details about the patient or the call that you've gathered. Lastly, I leave you with this. Be confident in your delivery, especially when you're in front of the nurses or doctors giving your bedside report. If you give your information in a quick, confident, and thorough manner, they will respect your report and in turn you as a provider. If you frequent the same hospital a lot, there can even become trust built between you and the staff, that they can rely on what you're telling them and not have to second guess your findings and or treatments. So guys, that's it for today's video. Stay safe out there and I will see you guys in the next video.